the ground. I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Roll inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that it's here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Tell them run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm #1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet. Tell them run it all, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet. Tell them run it all, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it all. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip this, wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it all. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it all.
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Happy Thursday to all. And yeah, let's see what we have going on the markets here for today, and take it from there. So, as always, Thursday. Check this out here. Check this out. Very interesting day. Full in terms of PMI news today. So we have a very red day in terms of news. We have European Central Bank conference. We have unemployment claims. We have retail sales. We have Euro monetary policy statements. We have a lot of stuff here. German PMI, French PMI. What else do we have? GBP PMI. And yeah, hectic day. What time does this all start from? This all starts from 11:15. So if we're gonna get trades on DAX, we need it before the open here. So trades on DAX before the open. Otherwise, we're okay. We're okay. Again, GBP before 12:30. And then we're okay. And then we watch, New York as well here. So the only issue is that we, price may want to wait for this news. But we'll see that due to price action. Trading gold is fine. Nothing really is going to affect gold here. So yeah, it's not that bad, but it is a lot of red. Definitely just need to keep an eye on the news to make sure you're not gonna, collide with that, especially when trading DAX. That's the main importance today, DAX. So let's go have a look at the charts here. Yesterday we had a massive pullback on gold here, and then a continuation later, heavy volume continuation. This is what the biggest candle of the day, this one here, 120 pip candle, coming in at around London close, end of New York session as well. So very interesting to see that. Let's go ahead and yeah, it can be to do with the Japan news. Yes, just for reference, we can go read some of the headlines from that Japan news. So first of all, US EU deal. That's why we saw yesterday on DAX kind of be a low being put in, right? And then we have this just came out 8 hours ago. Let's see if anything new. Nothing new, to be honest. Yeah, nothing new, kind of the same thing. But that EU deal I saw cooking in the charts. I think that's why we saw some of the positivity. What's NAS at 23? Yeah, not bad. Bitcoin pullback as well, hit 20k pullback, harsh pullback from 20k, yeah. Yesterday 20k, boom, rejection. So we're ranging on that. So let's go have a look at the charts here. Start with gold. Gold is sitting at this previous daily resistance zone here. I had this zone from here. I've adjusted it to match the 15. For daily, obviously closing bearish, 4-hour time frame closing bearish, full bearish session. 1-hour time frame now reaching this support zone here. We have one a little bit lower, which we can bring back. Not sure, it's just a watch zone, so we can put 1W. We'll just put 1 hour W. W means watch. Because we have crossed through with a wick, so I don't know if it's going to be super important, but I'm going to leave it on. If we see a reaction from there, I know why. I can manage accordingly. 30 minutes clean. 15 minute we have that zone that I marked out. Right now we're bouncing from here. We're not mixed bias, so it does make sense for sells. But we've moved a lot, guys. Yesterday has been a heavy day. Yesterday the movement has been 400 pip day. Last time we had a 400 pip move, London range. So it's almost the same scenario. If you measure this move from this candle, 420 pips, London range. If you measure the move from this candle, which can be considered the start of the move, we move 500 pips. London can range here, guys. So don't be upset if we're stuck in range. This is just how it kind of works, okay? But if we do get continuation, it can be some juicy sells here for the downside, and we can continue that. Now, moving on to DAX here. Yesterday DAX, I actually ended up selling DAX in NY here to catch this move before it created its low, and that news came out about the EU deal, and we started to rally very heavily here. So this was also some of the catalyst for it. But now we're flagging out. We're coming closer towards the daily resistance now. Slowly creeping our way. We did almost tap a previous 4-hour resistance. So we haven't tapped it yet though. That's the interesting thing. But we did Mirko. We did almost reach into it. We did create a resistance, so it is a mixed bias. I'm just gonna put this previous 4-hour here as well. I feel like that would be a selling zone. Let's see 1 hour. We probably did tap some sort of 1-hour resistance. Yeah, there we go. That's what we've tapped here to give this rejection. I'm gonna put this as 1 hour. Above it we have the previous 4-hour. 30-minute, same thing. 15-minute, a little bit higher on the 15. We can see the resistance. So we can just move that to match the 15. Mixed bias. Sells is gonna be below this previous 4-hour and below this 15 here. That's pretty simple sells for me. 4-hour has not really the best bottom wick here. But that's going to be the sells right below there. So if we can see price breach below here, the question is, do I want to sell inside of the range? That is going to be my question. Just want to see how this 4-hour looks. Yeah, same. No bottom wicks. So, do I want to sell in the range is the question, right? That could be something we can do here, sell inside of the range. Maybe below this to make that 4-hour bottom wick. Just double check. Yeah, we could look for a sell just below that zone there so we don't get caught in higher lows. Now for the buys, we could trade to previous 4-hour resistance. This is valid. Asking for a slap that? I don't think so, because we would not be selling from just this range here. We'd be selling once it starts to break down. At that point there, the 1 hour, we would get below this daily flip line there. Normally if we react, we could react from daily flip. We also break 2 5-minute structures, the one being created now and this one there. Then by that time, when we're this close to making a bottom wick on the 4-hour, we have about 15 points to make a bottom wick on the 4-hour. So it starts to make sense. Kind of also turns into that kind of head and shoulders showing some weakness. This has been a good zone as well. So yeah, I think that could work there if we wait for that patiently. So Harry, the upcoming news will affect DAX as well, for sure. It will affect DAX heavily. So yeah, let's see how that form's already starting to push down now. We'll see it around in 1 minute here. We have the 1 hour close. 1 hour, high chance will close bullish here. 30 minutes is going to close bearish, which will help that sells. And 15 minute, of course, will close bearish. So, makes sense. Having a look at GJ, just to have a look at GJ. A lot of bullshit. Previous daily closing bullish here, creating a nice support. 4-hour time frame closing bearish here. We're still stuck in this range. We've not moved. I've kept the same lines since market open. It looks the same. The only thing I would consider on GJ is a potential buy today above this resistance. This is something, if I see, this could work nice because we've had nice volume in here, and this is something I've noticed in this mid range here. There's been good volume. Nice push, nice push, nice push. Not bad. I mean, it ranged a little bit, but eventually played out. And of course, great push there. So if we get above here and see a close above here for buys, that would be interesting. Now for sells, I'm not too interested. You could look to sell, but GJ's been very inconsistent. Not really bothered in trading GJ too much. Now the sells below here do make sense. You could look for buys above, sells below. The only thing is that I want to try catch a breakout trade. And I don't want to sell into this 4-hour support right here. So personally, I prefer the buys, and try to hold the buys and get a breakout would be actually very nice for me. So that is kind of my plan here on GJ. Now looking at, there's a lot of Euro news. Yeah, that's why I want to get into a buy and try hold that and get a big push out of this range. So yeah, we can look at UJ as well just to see what UJ is doing. I had our alert here from yesterday, which is no more valid. Let's start on daily. Daily starting to break down. This is our daily support here. We're trying to get below that. Let's see what 4 hours is saying. 4 hour support is going to be moved to here. Let's see what 1 hour is saying. Below there looks very juicy for sells. Yeah, I think below 4 hour support is simple sells here for me. Yeah. I'm just going to check if we can sell to the 4 hour support. If we can sell to the 4 hour support, would be nice as well, but I don't think there's enough room. It's a bit rubbish. How much is that? 6 pips. We'll see. I don't think so. I probably will sell below the 4 hour support. But yeah, that's going to be the plan there. That is the plan for the charts. And yeah, let's see what ends up happening. Popping up here. So this is why I didn't want to sell in this area here. It's very, you can see it's trying to make a decision. So I feel like decision will be made below here or above here. And that's it. That's the plan for today. Straightforward, simple plans. Let's see what today brings and take it from there. And see if we can continue the momentum for this week. This week we're up 2%, 2 wins, 0 losses. Hopefully I can continue that. Yes, they have come in NY, but how can we change that? That's not in my control. So, appreciate you all showing up for the analysis. And hopefully we have a good session. So let's get it, let's get it. Leave a like on the stream. Get the likes up to 100. I would appreciate that. You guys know the drill. We call it the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but part of the game. And yeah, let's get it. Let's get it, let's get it. Yo, SoMX is here. Good to see you, brother. What else have we had? It's annoying I don't get a pop-up when you're online. I know your time, but it's a reminder. I always analyze the market with you. Make sure you set your notifications to all. If your notifications are not on all, you won't get a pop-up. That's what everyone fails to see. Still have our giveaway at 600 viewers. The giveaway for the 600 viewers is going to be a funded account challenge. Futures account I'm going to give away. Those are fun. What challenge? 50k challenge. 50k challenge I'm going to give away. Which firm? We're going to do futures. Any futures. Which one works in your country? So we can adjust. Either Top Step, MFFU, something like that. If trading crypto with the same method, what kind of session timing would you go for? Similar volume times? No, that's the difference. That is the difference. That is the difference. Is that you have no time, volume times in crypto. So roughly around New York, it can be good, but most of the time you have to just be available the whole day for crypto trading because you can't be a specific session. Bro's literally making fun of futures. No, I'm not making fun, man. Why you say that? That doesn't make sense. I think it's great. If you're just sticking to futures, yes, it works, especially for their cost. It's very efficient. Harry, do you think it's okay to take trades after 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. Dubai time? Sometimes there's volume. Yeah, that is London close. So London close time is a valid time. Yes, 8 to 9. Any reason to avoid current 4-hour resistance on DAX? Maybe I've just missed it. I don't normally do that. Oh, this one here, because I'm not considering a trade here anyways, so I don't care about it. You could mark it, but this is not a trading zone for me. I can't take anything here. I'm not really looking for a buy right here to this resistance. If any buys in the range, I'll probably look above this one here, which would be the 15-minute resistance now. That would be my earliest buys. If not, I'm looking to leave the whole range, but nothing above the 4-hour. We're coming towards our selling zone here. This candle will close in about 3 minutes. How big is stops on this candle? 18 pips for 19 pips. Not bad. Why do futures when no one trades futures here? It's the same. And the only thing you can't trade on futures is DAX. And a lot of people do. I've found out. I mean, you can choose. You can choose between a normal funded account from a regular or a futures account. It's up to you. I'm not setting one firm because I'm sponsoring it myself. I'm not sponsored by any firm or something. So I'm doing it all by myself. Because some people might not have, let's say, FTMO available in their country, right? Go give away stuff for free. They're still not happy? Welcome to YouTube, man. Check payout junction website. Only a small number of traders are winning. Yes, because no one wants to invest in themselves. No one wants to invest in themselves. Right? This is the problem. To pass a phase 1 properly in a funding challenge is around 5%. 5-6%. It's a very low percentage. In our group, it's a very high percentage because we have proper rules and stuff, but it still takes time. These guys are not coming in for 2 weeks and passing their challenge. They actually have to put their head down and concentrate. But that just shows you how to separate the winners from the losers. It's your choice. You have to invest time. You have to invest in making sure you're doing the right thing, right? So you either give up, you either speed up the process and you can invest money to get to somewhere faster, or you just spend longer. 4 years probably you need, 3 to 4 years by yourself if you want to figure it all out. Now, if you have help in the journey, it makes it a lot faster, but make sure you're getting correct help, and please don't overpay. I know there's guys out there selling $10,000 programs, $5,000 programs, and they're promising you funding and they're promising you that they make you profitable. Come on, man. They don't need to be charging that for just a small 2-week program, 2,500 for like a 3-week program. No, if you're going to be spending that type of money, you need to be at least with them for 6 months with one-on-one support, you know, for that type of money. It needs to be something very personal. Can't just be like a program you take. It's not going to help. How many trades in average you take a month, including NY? Depends on the month, man. Depends on the month. Like, for example, 2-3 months ago, I took a trade almost every single day. So I had like 15 to 18 trades, 20 trades. So it depends. But on slower months, I take a lot less, you know. It really does take time. I passed 2 accounts and received only 1 payout in 1 year. 1 year is a short amount of times in the market. Understand this, brother. Your experience in the market, this is what no one understands. Let me go to a monthly time frame. I want everyone to listen to this now. If you're saying, I've only done this much in a year, I'm only break even in a year, your experience is 12 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's your experience. Your experience in the market, only thing you've experienced in the market is roughly from here to here. That's your only experience. You don't know how to trade in this period, this period, this period. Very limited experience. So to become a profitable trader, you need time just to experience different market conditions. You can speed up that process by back testing different periods in the market. This is going to help a lot, right? You can backtest how 2023 was. You can backtest, get used to different market conditions. But your real life experience is only this. Let me show you how big these markets are. These markets are massive. They've been going on for many years before you've traded. So to think, look at this. This is the experience that some people have. Some people have traded through all of this. So to say that I've only received one payout in 1 year is an amazing achievement, but your mind is just messed up by what? By the expectations that were set on you online, right? Because everyone seems to be receiving the results. But if everyone was achieving the results, if all of these people that claim that you guys see posted on Instagram, this guy passed, that guy passed, this guy's being paid out, then why do prop firms only have a 3% payout? Why do only 3% of their whole audience pay out, but all the gurus that you watch online, their students are passing? There's something that doesn't line up there. There's a missing equation. And those are the same gurus who are posting trades every day, are posting wins every day. Our students are winning all of their time. Why? But then why, when we check the statistics, only 3% pass? Maybe doing the boring shit year and year, over and over again, and achieving the slow but consistent result is that 3%. Maybe that's the key. That's what I found myself. This is about to close in 2 minutes here. 5 minutes is messed up here for buys. We can't really buy on a 5 minute. Qualification for giveaway, 600 viewers on stream. Payout in 1 year is good. Most of them use bots to pass and then they blow their account. Yes. What's the least trades taken in a month in your history? I'm not sure actually. I think last month I should have taken less trades. But it's kind of pressurizing when you're showing up to stream every single day and showing up to trade every single day. You kind of feel like you should be better than the market, but you're never better than the market. So you kind of question your, okay, let me take more. But you realize long term it doesn't make a difference. But I think... I remember one time I got completely messed up by the market and I watched the market for a whole month. Like I didn't take anything. I just watched it because I didn't understand what was happening. That was in 2022. In 2022, I had into a losing streak. I think like a 9 trade losing streak or something. So I was like losing 9 trades in a row. Well, like, you know, a win there, then another loss. So it doesn't really help. But, and the win was smaller than the losses anyways. So I just took a step back for a month and watched the market for a month. Hardly any of them, including the more expensive ones, trade live on daily. It's the thing that that always makes me question. Like, we know the facts. We know the facts that only 3% of people get a payout. I think it's less. I think it's less than 1% actually get a second payout. Believe it or not. Really, it's some crazy number like that. But still, when you go online, it's just flooded with everyone passing. Seems like it's the easiest thing to do. You know, doesn't make sense to me. So there has to be a better method, right? Something that actually works. And that's probably, like, what I do is not what the majority do, right? My discipline, my slow approach is not the majority. The majority are signals every single day, taking things as fast as possible, big profits, you know, all of this, you know. GJ buys. We probably need a close above. Yeah, no close above. Let's see 30. 30, we have 30 close in 15 minutes. Gold close below on broker. That's interesting. Really? this previous daily support we have. Let me double check. I'm drawing the wrong lines. No, not below on my broker. If you want to see how that line looks on my broker, it looks like this. If you scroll back to the previous 15, that's where I did it. My business, less than 5% of creative people last more than 5 years. All careers have those kind of stats because people don't put in the work. Yeah, I agree. The thing is, it's because it's the difference between an entrepreneur and an employee, right? You have to have that switch of mindset to where you strive every day to reach your goals, regardless of the outcome, regardless if you feel like shit. And you just problem solve because it's you versus you. You can't be like someone else. You have to be like yourself. And every single day when you come to the market or to anything, entrepreneurship, even if something's not working, you strive to see how can you make it work for you. You know, and you take the advice that other people give and you use it to your advantage. That doesn't mean you have to copy them exactly, but this is exactly how you have to go and what approach you need to take. Is you just keep on problem solving. Trying your best to get better every single day and not give up in the process. There's so much news today. Should we avoid trading? Most of that news is Euro news. So we want to be careful on DAX. We have a window of like 30 minutes on DAX. Gold, we're okay. GBP, we're okay until like 30 minutes after London opens. So we're okay on a few pairs. The only problem that could happen on DAX is that there's no, what's this called? Volume to continue today on DAX. But we'll see with gold here. How gold acts. We've had a big move yesterday, so we have to be careful. I prefer not to sell the lows today, but it seems like it might be the only option. We might get stuck in a 1 hour trade of sideways again, which I'm not really in the mood for, to be honest. Any advice to survive an 8% drawdown? Realize why you're at 8% drawdown first. That's very important. Where's PDS on gold? I can't see it on Pith. Just scroll back to the 15-minute resistance. Mark the 15-minute resistance. It's the best way to do it. Because there has to be, the important thing is, that there's, you have to realize why you slipped into 8% drawdown and fix that, because otherwise you won't get out of it. Harry, don't use prop firms. If not, what broker you recommend? Depends on where you live. Taking 1 hour entry late Asian, early pre-London, would it make sense? Not always, no. Unless you have stops well above structure, like you have stops above a structural point, full structural point, and you're looking for an intraday movement, right? You're not looking, or you're looking for to hold during the whole session. You're not looking for a point A to point B trade. Could you please mark the 50-minute levels of gold? I have multiple. I mean, all these levels in here, you just leave it because we're not trading in these zones. These are no range. I mean, you have a range above here, but we're bearish buy, so I'm not looking for buy. So those are your 50-minute levels. If you want, you can send your chart. I can have a look. You're in US? In US, then just go with futures, probably going to help you a little better. There are multiple brokers in US, mostly regulated. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same one I have. Then you have a 1 hour here. Yeah, these are all the different zones. This 15, no need to mark. We're not trading it, so leave it. This 15, no need to mark because we're trading below the lowest one. You see? I have the same 1 hour. And that's it. Because by that, then you don't need... All valid? Yeah, no, it's valid, but you don't need to mark them because you're not trading it. It is valid, yes, but you don't need to mark it because you're not trading it. So keep your chart cleaner. Unless you prefer to have a messier chart. Some people prefer to have multiple lines on their chart. I used to see people have like 50 lines in the chart. In our group, we used to have people who had a lot of lines on their chart. I personally don't like it. I like 6 lines. 6 lines is kind of my mat. Today I only have 2 lines. I'm trading with 2 lines today. That's all I need. But if you prefer to have it, yeah, it's good. Moritz doesn't have... I think he has around 6-7 lines. How about you, bro? How about you? You keep trying to call people out. I've never seen you send a chart in. Where's your markup? Where's your analysis? Where's your work you're putting in? I don't see any work from your side. Just comments. Let's go. Time to work. Yeah, exactly. Wasting time. Need to send. DAX also in 1 minute. Let's see what's happening with DAX here. 5-minute close. How's our stop looking now? It's about 20 points this, no? 23. I mean, it's not crazy, huh? We could just, if we get a little volume, it will be enough. 15 closed bullish though. This 15 in 6 minutes, we would need it to close bearish. 30 still bearish though. Liquidity grab on 30. Reflip, rebreak of low. That would help a lot. 1 minute, a little bit sketchy with the structure, but our stop loss is above that previous 1 minute structure. Yeah, let's see how DAX closes here in a minute or so. Not a minute. .30-ish seconds. I'll need a good top wick, no 1 minute structure as well, so we would need some sort of top wick here. And oh, it didn't close below. That closed at for me even on broker, so I checked both. So I can't take that. That would break my rules since we're at, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But it's not unfortunate actually. It's following a plan, so we will wait. Nice drop though. See how gold is doing. Gold is trying to get below here as well, huh? 4 minutes for gold. I blew many FTMO challenge in the past, so I took a break for a few months, went back to basics on demo. After successfully passing several demo challenges, I returned to FTMO. Good job, man. That's a great way to do it. Like, the fact that you did that is very good. What happened if PMI comes below expectations on what? Like DAX, for example? Yeah, you'd see a small pullback on DAX. But normally we don't see too much. Greetings from India, ex-legendary trader. You're X now, you're not the legendary trader. I'm good, thank you, sir. I didn't ask you, but I'll ask you now. Hopefully you're well. Just want to let you know I retired from buying and selling gold. Now I'm working in bakery in Mumbai, buying and selling bread. Yeah, maybe better, man. Your students were in a lot of drawdown. Bro. But we need a comeback. We need a comeback. You know, this is the story, man. I started selling bread and now I'm legendary trader, multi-millionaire in rupees though. It's pretty funny. How's GJ doing? Hey, that's why we wait for closes, huh? Typical GJ. Sleeping. Full sleeping. We need 2K subscribers, huh? 98K now. Damn. Could be valid. We'll have to see. We need structure formed and stuff like that. A lot of work to do on DEX. Spat out my coffee laughing at buying and selling bread. It was pretty funny. This might close below here in 1 minute. Let's see what stop loss is looking like here. 40 pip stop loss, 15 pip 1 hour watch zone. Ugh. It's okay though, it's enough to get to break even. The problem is, do we have 40 pips of juice in us? We do have a 40 pip range though, that is for sure. 37 to here. Wow, 40 pip is a big move we need, eh, boys? That's a big move we need. Really need some volume here. I don't know if we have that volume. Anyways, not looking like it's closing below, which is even worse. Let's see. Still 43 seconds, can change. I don't think there's a smaller stop loss we can run though. Oh man, it's making new lows now. Last 1 second. I think this stop loss is getting a bit sketchy for me now. It's 50 pip stop loss. I don't know if we have a 50 pip move in us, guys. I mean, I could take it, but it's a long hold, man. No bottom wick as well. Yeah, that's not the best here. No top wick. I have bottom wick on broker though. But no top wick as well. We need a smaller stop loss. We have a gap here, but just no top wick on broker. Yeah, what can I do with this, man? This is not an entry. This is just a mess. So we move on to next. See how GJ ended up closing. Ooh, almost closed above here, GJ, huh? But did technically GJ close the 30 above? It did close the 30 above. So on 30, it's valid. On 30, it's valid. But no bottom wick as well on GJ. So I want to see maybe a 5 close above. Or this next 15 close above. Make a bottom wick and next 15 close above. Now we're coming close to this zone. Let's bring it back. crazy, huh? Last 5 seconds, how much did that push in the last 5 seconds? Well, it was last 10 seconds we pushed 36 pips. It's crazy volume, random volume last couple of seconds. We need smaller stops though. There's no point of taking that now with like a 50 pip stop loss. Oops, wrong pair. DAX also moved nicely here. Yeah, very close to close below. Would you mark all 1, 2, 3 previous levels? Let's have a look. Yeah, you would. 1, 2, yeah, all of those. They're all watch zones. So that's your LTA. So you just have to watch these zones. Doesn't mean you can't trade through them. There's a high chance if we continue trend, we will trade through them. But you can just keep them as watch zones. $30-minute no top wick on DAX. Looks like it's going to try and make a top wick now. Gold retraced the whole move here and actually respecting previous 1 hour watch zone. Whole move retraced. So even if you took this impulsively, you don't get paid a 1-to-1. It's interesting. What's happening? Why is gold going up? Because it impulsively moved down. So now it's going up to grab liquidity. Whenever you see impulsive move down like that, it's not a good thing, right? We need confirmations. Confirmations of downside. But if we're at them, we need a close below. Preferred, yes. Unless you have another reason like the 30 minutes close. And there's no close on 30 minute. Does that make sense? I mean, there's no resistance on 30 minute. So let's say you had a 30 close. If you were just basing it on 15, yes, you need to see. You need to have a close below. But let's say we had a 30 close below. Today's full bearish bias. You're telling the story. Everything looks like it's going down. 30 minute is full clean LTA. It's only that 150-minute resistance at. We can argue and say, hey, let's take this and expect to push through. Because we have the 30 confirmation or a 1 hour confirmation. Entering with no top wick is a dangerous game to play. Yes. Let's see if DAX has actually made its top wick. Yeah, it has. You know, it has. So it's a good thing for us because if we want to look for continuation of sells below here to fill this wick, we're going to need this. Otherwise, we're stuck for 30 minutes. It's just a little shame that this 5 didn't close below here. It was very close to closing below. Then it would have been valid for ourselves here. See, it would have given us a 1-to-1, I think. Yeah, for sure. Let's say close below here. Stop loss would be 23. Yeah, easy 1-to-1. So that would have been nice. But we can't be... like yesterday, I took the same trade, just a little bit lower. It was the same, basically same type of trade here. See? I took this close below here. On broker, it closed below this support here. On here, I don't know why it doesn't show it close below. But on broker... everyone's broker at close below. Break out of this range towards the downside. A lot of news today. Would it be difficult to trade? We have volume today, but this news is not going to affect stuff like gold. It's mainly related to DAX. So DAX might be a little bit more complicated, especially the closer we get now. We need a setup on DAX pretty soon. Otherwise, DAX will be non-tradable because of all of the Euro news we have today. GBP we don't have till an hour after London Open, so GBP could still be tradable. And gold is not affected till New York. But there's always news in New York, so it's just part of our day. What to do in such scenarios? Let's have a look. Candle closed, no top wick, doesn't matter. Once it's closed, you don't have to worry about it. There is times, though. There is times that the next candle will make a top wick for it, so give it a little gap. That's what I'd recommend. Just give it a little gap. But it doesn't matter once it's closed. Only the open one we're scared about, because it's open. We don't know how it's going to close. Is it going to come, make a top wick? Is it not? Look at this retracement here. Wonder if we can take a setup too. Would be nice. What is that noise? I think that's Tradingview notification. Sounds like a gun loading. Yep, it doesn't matter how old they are. Could even be a month old. No problem. There is some merit to if they are like a year, 2 years old, they sometimes become a little bit less relevant. 6 years old, stuff like that, but they're still relevant. GJ longs above 198 500. Let me see, 500. No, I would, yeah, it's not a bad idea above 500, but you could trade back to 500 again. So you can try get back to 500 one more time. So if you get a nice close, like a 15 above, you can trade to 500. In terms of pips, it's like 5 pips, not bad. How big are spreads on GJ? 0.5. It's okay. It's a weekly resistance. Let's see. Ah, it's previous. It's okay. But we could also trade to there. Should I mark first zone or second zone? I would take second. But in this scenario anyways, where would you be selling? You'd be selling below the 4-hour support. Gold always naughty if previous day has given big moves. Yes, if there's a big move that happened, it makes it hard for London. You have to be patient. A lot of people would have got faked out here, but luckily it opened in a way that protects us from a trade. What's nasty is if it opened a nice top wick like this, flipped, triggered us, that's worse. How long have I been a subscriber on YouTube? Not sure, you have to check. I can't see my subscribers. How long you think you've been a subscriber? Okay, let's see. Several years, amazing. I wonder if there's a way to see my longest subscribers. I'm gonna check now. Recent subscribers I can see. Subscriber count, date subscribed. You can. Oh wait, date subscribed. No, you can't. July, April, last 90 days. Let's see. Oh, lifetime. There we go. Yeah, I can see my longest subscribers. My first subscriber's name is DG. Wonder who that is. But I can't search into individual subscribers. How did Mr. Beast find his first subscriber? I mean, my first subscriber, I just told my friends to subscribe. How often do you come live, bro? Monday to Friday, I'm live, bro. Monday to Friday. 415 people watching, 36 likes. Come on, boys, like the stream. No, we have more likes. You just have to refresh. Any thoughts on setup 4 back in the range on UJ? For sells? No, I don't like it for sells, no. No, I don't like that one. Too much BS here. UJ is bearish bias. Previous 4 hour is bearish. Previous daily is bearish. Oh yeah, it is bearish bias. I mean, in that case, you have to be aggressive. It's very close, man. It's like four pips. It's nothing. What about GJ buys here? Damn. Some GJ buys. Am I gonna trust GJ? What do we say? I know most of you guys will say no. It is a setup though. So tough with GJ, man. Yes? Trust GJ? Okay, if the trade fails, we blame JP. Setup is nice, yeah. Setup is good setup. But is GJ a good woman today? Loyal is the question. I guess we have to try it. 11 pip stop. We'll go 0.75. And then let her party. Man, it's making my stop loss way bigger now. Break of this high, what are we looking like now? 14 pips, not that bad. Risking 0.05 above 5-minute resistance. Based on 15 we'll be fine, but it did close above it anyways. Wait, I need no bottom wick on my broker, huh? It's not valid for me with no bottom wick on my broker. Anyone have bottom wick on their broker? Mine has clearly none. I have zero bottom wick, so I can't take this yet. Zero bottom wick. It's not enough. I have zero bottom wick. Full confirmed zero bottom wick. I can even show you guys. So I have to follow my rules because I've been trading using this broker for a long time. Not even a nipple. See? Clear no bottom wick. So I'm gonna wait for it to make a bottom wick and then re-break of the high. That's the only way I can enter. Ban GJ, that shit's cooked. It's a good setup though. We are rejecting that 500 level though. So we could look for something above 500. Still no bottom wick on broker. Now it's making one. The question is, go re-break of this high or re-break of 500? What's the difference? I think it's like 1 pip difference, 1.3. Yeah, probably re-break of 500 would be safer. Yeah, I'll give it a shot, re-break of 500. 0.75. If you look, it's like a 1 minute resistance there. And then there's a high. Whoa, that gapped up. That gapped up. I have a gap on my broker, so I was looking for market execution. So I'm too far from my entry. Yeah, now if it flips, it should be good. Yeah, now if it flips, it should be good. That's what I'm looking for now. So now I've set it like this. I'll show you guys. Like this, I've set it. Stop loss below the lows, entry break of highs. Yep. You sure, man? Just wait. Just wait. I mean, you could manage the trade instead because it doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong yet, right? If you got slipped, it's a bit shitty, you know? Because then you're slipped. Slipped is hard because if I was slipped, then I would try to get out at entry, maybe get better entry or just see what happens. Because if you're slipped, you know, you're not getting an accurate entry. But if you're not slipped, I mean, it's not the worst. Where's TP? This previous 15 resistance, which should also be just a 1-to-1, just above a 1-to-1. When is 11 a.m. in London the market opens? No, 11 a.m. in Dubai the market opens. 8 a.m. in London the market opens. Now, I don't mind if this flips and breaks the high and gets me in. But if the 5-minute closes back in the range here in 2 minutes, then I will probably wait for a 5-minute close above. Then I'll take my entry. So I'll see in 2 minutes. Because then I can just wait for the next 5 closing above and then I take my entry. Because if you're closing back in the range, I want to see another 5 at least close bullish though. But if it rejects like this, I'm still happy to go break off high. Still valid. How do we manage? Wait for 15 close is also an option. 15 close back in the range, cut it. What's 1 minute structure say? Yeah, 1 minute just looks low volume. What is this? Could even, if you want to be aggressive with management, to 5 close below as well. Cut it. Problem is it's just retesting this 15 at the moment. This is like its bounce zone. If it's gonna bounce, we'll bounce from here. Are you from Dubai? I'm not from Dubai, but I live in Dubai. But I was born here. 4 pip spread on FTMO, no point of trading GJ. With 4 pip spread, it's impossible. I won't even take, because when you're 10 pips in profit, like that's 50% of the position. It's crazy. Like that's impossible to trade. So if you have 4 pip spread on FTMO, you shouldn't even take it. It's not even a question. No chance. I'm running 0.5 pips on GJ. So not even 10% of that. $549 is concerned. We can watch what happens at 549. This mess here to the left. It's just one candle. Normally more than one candle is a problem. But we will wait and see what happens when we're there. GJ is such a boring pair, man. Any other pair would be triggered now. And boom, would be flying. But I kind of like, if this triggers me, I plan to leave it like for an hour or so. I don't expect it to play out like this. That's how GJ has been. Just takes its time. See how DAX is doing? Stuck at the range low. Sells on DAX on 5 minute would be below the 5 minute support. 15 minutes still no close below. 4 minutes for the 15 minute. Gold, let's check up on gold here. Gold continuing up. We could get a setup 2 on gold potentially. We don't want to be creeping on GJ. If you don't want to be creeping on GJ, then don't take GJ, because GJ is a creeping pair these days. 4 hour lower low is not a problem. Could be, definitely, but I see this as a whole range. Even this made a new lower low, faked out, went towards the upside. It's kind of like a weird scenario where, like in this kind of, if we remove drawings, let me show you. We're in this scenario where we're creating these like higher lows and as well creating these lower highs. It's like squeezing. It's squeezing for a move. Because look at this daily. If you base it off daily, if we're buying the daily bottom wick, it's a great buy. Because if this daily flips today, it's a big buy. Should run. Do you ever trade futures? Recently, yes. I'm gonna see 2 minutes. If this 5-minute closes back in the range, I'll wait for a 5-minute close above and then re-enter my buy stop. But you know, we can still reject. If this 5-minute closes bullish, how will the 15 look is my question. Would look like a setup 3. 30-minute is also closing. Yeah, I need the 30-minute to close strong. If the 30-minute close is weak, then I don't like it. I need it to close where like my mouse is somewhere there. Then it's a 30-minute setup as well. I didn't get triggered either. Low spread for you. That's good. Holding through open is not a threat. It's not a threat. It's not like DAX. The threat is that where does this close on the 15? I got triggered on the gap up and I closed. Yeah, that's also good if you're fast enough. If I ever get triggered on a gap up, I immediately close. Because I'm already in a late execution. You have to just be fast. This is a 1-minute retest zone here. I don't think we have enough time though. 5-6 seconds. Yeah, for me I have to remove my buy stop because I'm gonna wait for the next 15 minutes to close above. Then we see what happens. GG and his ex stubborn wife. At least it didn't trigger me in. Would be worse. But I mean, it can still continue up from here. Just have to sit it through. It's just being rangy. Need 5-minute structure though. Well, we had the open. How did they open? Yeah, the open dumped. The open pushed up first. Yeah, a little bit down. It could be nice below here. It could also take 4 hours. Yeah, GJ could just be super slow. I mean, if you're looking at intraday here, that 1 hour close is not bad. It's not the best, but it is above resistance. So if you have 1 hour stops here, you'll survive until it becomes like that's where the trade will be fully wrong. These 15 stops here is tight, but as long as the 5-minute creates support now and respects this support, it should be okay. But it's just a question of does that happen? You know, Does it create the support here or not? But with the 15 break of structure on broker, it closed below. That's where it becomes risky. Can you backtest BTC on Pip Labs? Yeah, you can backtest BTC and Ethereum. We will add Solana as well. We will add Solana as well. Am I buying DAX? Let's see if I'm buying DAX. Oof. I don't see a setup yet for buying DAX just yet. If this next 5 minute can close bearish and the next one close above, I will buy DAX then. Could work. GJ trying to create some support here. What would you do if you got in GJ and I close after 15-minute close below? Well, that was your management plan. What can you do? If that's how you decided to manage it, then that's how you manage it. For me, this 15 close below is very close. It's only a matter of 3 pips. Saving 3 pips for me, I don't think is going to matter that much. At least I need 50% of the position. So if I was going to manage, I would wait for a 5 close below, 5 close super deep. Here I just say, okay, screw it, man. Whatever happens, happens. It's a matter of 3 pips. When you look to manage a trade, you really look to manage a trade at like a good benefit, you know? At least maybe lose 50% of the position instead of full. But if you're trying to save 0.2, 0.3, and technically we don't have break of structure on 5 and stuff like that, can help as well. So that's the way I would look at it. You know, is it worth saving 3 pips? For me, it was 1/3 of risk. 5 pips. I mean, if you save 5 pips, then yeah, okay, you save 25%. So if it's worth it saving 25%, then you've managed 25% less. I just hate getting triggered early like that. These slipping gap entries. It sucks that this gapped up and triggered some of you. If that, anytime that happens to me, I just immediately close. If it's a gap. If it's a quick entry, no. But if it's a gap, it's always a shitty scenario. It's rare. I mean, the one time. Those gaps reject a lot of the time, man. And you normally closing in drawdown. Because it immediately gaps and then it leaves it and rejects and then you have to manage. Are you applying your gold trading strategy on Forex too? Yeah, I am. Setup 2 on gold I'm looking at as well, if this can close bearish like this. Look for setup 2, stop loss above highs, break even at the low and try get continuation through. When do you decide to do market execution versus buy stop? If I buy stop, I make sure to account for spread heavily. So if you accounted for spread, so some of you guys who have higher spread in this, the weird thing is a gap, because if you buy stop this on GJ with the gap, because we're going, look how much it broke above 500. So I don't know what happened for you guys to get triggered, because with spread, you're putting your buy stop 1 pip above or 2 pips above 500 to get triggered. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe broker side or something like that. I would need to see a picture of that to understand. So when you buy stop, you put spread account. So let's say my original buy stop was 500, right? Rebreak of 500. So if I want to take a buy rebreak of 500, I put my buy stop depending on my spread. So I have 0.5 spread, means I put my buy stop at 504. Right? 504 is my buy stop. If I have 2 pip spread, yes, I'm putting my buy stop at 520. That's how bad it is to trade with big spread. If I have 1.5 pip spread, I'm putting my buy stop at 515. So it depends on how you manage that with your spreads. Now, if spreads keep on widening, I rather market execute and visually enter once I visually see break of 500. If it's jumping my spreads. If you don't have stable spreads, like 1 minute it's 0.5, 1 minute it's 0.1, 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that, jumping spreads, I rather do manual. Sells below here, I'll take. But the time now, we have news starting at what time now? First news in 6 minutes. Sheesh, getting close for DAX. Getting close for DAX. GJ once again showing why should she be left in the past. Yeah, if you got triggered, it's nasty. Very nasty. GJ, I mean, for that to gap there, what is the percentage chance for it to gap right there? And push, like... See on broker, what price did that come to? I mean, even if I buy stopped on broker, let's see. I wouldn't be triggered on broker, guys. Let me show you why. Look. If you look at broker, I want you, can you guys see this number? You guys need to zoom in a bit, but that wick there is 502. So if I set a buy stop at 500 plus spread, okay, my buy stop would be at 505. So that shouldn't trigger me at 505. Right? If I had 1 pip spread, my buy stop is at 510 up here. You see? So you get saved by that. That's where my buy stop is with 1 pip spread. I had 0.5 spread, but where did you buy stop? Did you buy stop at 500 or 505? I think we need a webinar on this because no one seems to get it. We need to make it. Gold 15-minute setup 2 and 5-minute thunder is A+? Yeah, it would be A+, yeah. Definitely would be A+. So where was buy stop here? Because look, this is your spread. So where was buy stop? That's my question. Because look, it didn't even reach where you got triggered. Like the wick is not even there, right? So that's a problem. So check, where did you buy stop? Go in your history and check where you buy stop. Then we can see what price you put it. And then you can see if you either got slipped. It means that spread widened, which is something you can't really avoid too much. It's just means you got slipped and immediately close. Or if you didn't buy stop correctly, then that's also another option, is to buy stop with spread. It's a tricky thing, but it makes a massive difference because look how many times we get this issue, right? It's also GJ, and GJ is a pain in the ass, so we need as much confirmation as possible. Because if I draw a line, now I've just drawn a line on 500 on my broker. This is 500. We can see the 1 minute never even rebroke 500. So see how the 1 minute retested 500? It never broke through it. And our goal was to break through it. That's the main thing here. So it makes sense. So BTR, where on your broker was your buy stop, man? What number? And what number was your trigger here? So tell me where you got triggered exactly. What number was that? Because on your broker, if that's 510, it makes sense, right? Because you got triggered at 510. That's one above 515, 520. That's slip. But if you got triggered at 502, I mean, if you had a buy stop at 502, 500 itself, yeah, with spread, you're done. Game over. And for the rest of you guys, should check that as well. It's important. My buy stop was at 500 but got triggered at 506. Yeah, but that means you didn't account for spread to put a buy stop right on 500. You have to account. It's really basic important thing. Even if you're getting, it's always better to be triggered late than to be triggered early if the late entry is a proper entry. It sucks to be slipped late. That's a different story. If I'm gapped slip late, I close. But if I'm triggered a bit later, I don't mind. It's never gonna really bother me. I know I make less, but if my trade was never gonna play out anyways, it's both the same scenario. But when you're in a little bit earlier, it's an uncomfortable situation. Oof, gold retracing here. Wow, look at that 5 minute. DAX news here in 5 seconds. Let's see what happens on DAX. This is the candle, news candle here. Chilling. Full chilling. I think the news is not out, pending, that's why. Oh, it's French first. Okay, the more important one is German. But French will give an idea towards German. If French comes out negative, sometimes it can reflect on the German PMI. Number should be out though. There we go, 48.4, so basically the same, nothing really changed. Services 49.7, the same, so it shouldn't be much of a reaction. I'm still willing to take a sell below here. It's just going to matter on timing. Let's see, after this Euro news, we have 12 p.m. So we have time between. I have seen between be good because the volume can help it. But it needs to, things need to happen fast. So we need to see this next 5 minute drive and close below here. Then we have enough time. What is that? 29 points for 30 points. It's enough range. This wick is 30 points here, huh? Wonder if this, let's see, 1 minute. Bit of a mess. 50-minute closing bullish. Yeah, it could do it. I just worry about this 1 hour here. We'd be break even by then, yeah. Let's mark it as a box. But I just worry it will make the trade boring. Like we come down, retest that, and it's game over, you know? Yep. It is a shot. Let's see if we come down. Yeah, it's plenty of room though to there, huh? It's like 15, 20 points. Yeah, 15 points. 14. With a close 14. Gave it 1 pip. So you put your buy stop at 508, but that's 0.8 pips, right? You got triggered 518. Okay, that's fucking weird, bro. Holy crap. What broker is this, bro, by the way? I got 0.7 spread, got triggered at 51.1. Oof. That's weird. Would never trade GTA by myself. If I have 2-point spread, is it okay to put a order at the exact low? Sell, yes. Buy, no. Only on sells. Don't know why my messages are just coming now. With ACG. ACG, man. What broker do you have, Moritz? Because that's a big slip. You got 51.151. That's a +1 pip. Demo. Demo is cooked, bro. Their servers suck. You need to change to live. At least $100 account or something if you're gonna just use it for copy purpose. Demo servers are really slow. MT5 or MT4? MT5 is slower than MT4 actually on their demo servers. C Trader. Okay, that's even worse. Because C Trader is slower than MT5 and 4, which is fine. But you need to go live account 100%, man. It's good, but it's slower than MT5, MT4. That's the problem. It's not bad, but it's slower. Is there a difference between MT4, MT5 based on execution? No. Slower in terms of what? Their ticks. So, and the server, so the time, there's obviously a delay because it's like when you press a button of buy or sell or something gets triggered, there's an action that happens, right? That the order has to be filled. So when that action happens, look, ideally we had a scenario where if you put a buy stop, it places the order in a book for us and we get guaranteed fills, but that's not the truth. It literally, when your buy stop triggers, it looks for the next available order in the book. If that next available order is slightly higher, that's where you get slipped. Or if you're taking sells, it's slightly lower, that's where you get slipped for sells. MT4 have less delay? No. MT4 and MT5 compared to C Trader, less delay. Especially compared to Tradingview. The slowest out of all is Tradingview. Right? Tradingview is the slowest. Why? Because it doesn't have even tick data in normal tense. It's updates per second. What's your streaming schedule? Yeah, I stream Monday to Friday London session, my man. Harry, why is London these days hard and NY is good? It just changes. Beginning of the year, NY was slower and London was amazing. So that's why it's a good skill to have the ability to trade both sessions. Right? If you have the ability to trade both sessions, you are in a good spot to account yourself for the whole year. If not, you just sit. See, the problem with demo account is that they give it the worst servers on demo account. So you get huge lag on demo account. When is it going to be fixed? Let me just make a phone call to JP Morgan and to Morgan Stanley to check when they're going to fix it. I can't check like that, bro. Trading futures is horrible. The data feels slow. I had to go back to CFD firms. The idea of order definitely going good. CME is great. Execution is too good with CFD. You know, Ryan, you're not wrong. Yesterday, I have a futures account and we were experimenting with it in the exclusive group and we were watching. It deducts like 0.1% of your position when you close and open a position. There's fees, of course. In CFDs, we don't have fees on indices, by the way. Five minutes before news, this. Nope. Gold ranging now. Look, don't be surprised at gold ranging after such a heavy day like this. I mean, the whole market's ranging. We've ranged back now on GJ. We range back on gold. And we're ranging on DAX. Simple range day, man. New York is cooking, man. Make sure to concentrate on New York. How's your week going so far? I'm up 2% this week. I took one gold buy and one DAX sell. That's it. This is your server speed? Yes. This is your server speed here at the bottom. So 172 milliseconds. 0.1 second. Almost 0.2 second. So that can even cause you slippage, right? Oh man, this is a good close here, but we're 5 minutes before news. This depends how much big balls I have to take this type of position. 5 minutes before news. I don't think I can do it. It feels like gambling. You do only on candle closure, 4 hour, 30 minute, or you also watch key levels like previous support? I look at previous support and resistances as well, yes. What about XNES as a broker? I've never used XNES as a broker. 60 pip SL anyways, with the wick, yeah. You'd get away with the body, but it didn't close below anyways. Because if it's a big candle like this, if the next candle was to close back in the range or start to come up here, like it has to respect this box here. Has to respect. If it doesn't respect, it's game over. Let's see news in 5 minutes. Maybe we get a setup after that. Lower MS is better. Your MS is good. That's fast. This is fast. 172 is good enough. You don't really get lower than this. It's not the MS. It's your order being filled in the broker is the problem. That's where you get slip. Or spreads widening. So look what happened to minus 3 MS on a VPS. That's the difference of having your own VPS. Yes. That's my point, right? So you get the best executions. That's the difference. Like that's how good trading conditions can get is you're trading on 3 milliseconds. Like, but standard 170 is not bad, you know? Wow. That's a sick internet, man. 19 milliseconds is very strong. 17 milliseconds, very strong as well. This is like ping, guys. If anyone's played games, it's like ping. Oh, BTR, you're on ACG as in the prop firm ACG. Ah, okay. Yeah, prop firms always spreads are being. I mean, you got your spreads were supposed to be what, 0.5, right? And then you got slipped 1 pip, right? So it doubled the spread. It's just fucking unlucky, man. I mean, what are the chances? Like, unbelievable, man. What are the chances? The time you place the entry, the time it widens, literally there. I mean, really sucks, but there's nothing you can do unless you took immediate action and immediately closed, like literally as you got triggered. There's no time for that, you know. The worst thing is it didn't invalidate it. It's just one of those like, that's the one shitty thing with spreads being wider. Pain in the ass if that happens. It always happens when I use DAX, spreads changes when the setup's there. I'm going to do a webinar on this because there's some simple rules. If you know your spreads are changing, do not buy stop and sell stop. It won't work. Because your spreads will change, trigger your buy stop, but the trade's not ready. You have to market execute. When you visually see it break the low, that's when you enter. When you visually see it break the high, that's when you enter. And God, yeah, what are the chances, bro? That's the problem. Like, even if you did account, you did everything perfect, still get triggered. It's like, I don't know. It's just unbelievable, to be honest. But the difference is my spread did not widen that when it jumped like that. It stayed the same. That's why I managed not to get in. Sell stop is fine when you're changing spreads, only thing you SL? Yes. Sell stop is actually fine. 15 closing, we have news right now. I'm so close to pausing, this shit gets annoying. I know, it's the worst stage. It's the worst stage. Let's see the news here. We need to, if the news can make a big top wick, because this is news now. Breaking this low is going to be valid. Stop loss above the 5. There's the top wick there. So that's the news. Yeah, so I'll give it a shot here, breaking the low. Stop loss above wherever this candle is. So I'm not going break of this low, I'm going break of that lower low there. Which is 15-minute low. Spreads are 6. That's not possible, man. If it is, then leave it. Break even gonna be this box or the wick, to be honest. My spreads on DAX 0.5. I'll still keep this if this flips. Okay, now this is pushing too high. How much difference is this? I'm just thinking to still keep it or not. 7 points. I don't mind the read. 30, 25 to here. 2 minutes for this to flip. Is it likely? Let me see, 1 minute. 1 minute still looks good. Really, if it breaks this low here, I expect it to drive. So I could probably get away with stop loss above this 1 minute structure here. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's a little bit tighter, but really after this top wick, if it flips down and reflips, I think we're done anyways. So the 1 minute structure will form here. That's where it should form, which is kind of around our current stop loss. If this now closes bullish, it's just going to invalidate the trade. And I delete the sell stop. How long till this closes? Around 17 seconds. Yeah, so I'm going to delete this sell stop now. No point, unfortunately, didn't break the lows here. Pretty boring. But respected the rules, didn't break the lows. I hope no one got triggered there, because that now would make me upset if that happened. My DAX spread is 50. Yeah, that's good. That's the same as mine. No way you did, bro. That's no way. Fuck, man. You worry me, man. Double loss like that. I was like, no way he got triggered there. Then there's something. Then I have to say you have to get off demo now because, you know. That was jumping bid at the lows. Lucky, yeah. If we sell stopped this low, I think we get triggered there. If we did the nearest low. For sure we get triggered there. But also it's a sell, so at least we get accurate, right? No way you got triggered. Okay, you didn't get triggered. Why are your brokers different? Look how far mine is from the lows on 15 minute. Look how far it is. See? It's like a good 1.6 points from the low. GJ came back. We're back for buys now. Yes, potentially. 9 minutes, 24 minutes for the 30 minute. Yeah, I have to wait 9 minutes for this. Where would you put stops? Was thinking 40 pip stops. I was gonna run stops above current wick. Feel angry when I lose. I don't revenge trade ever, but it ruins my day. How do I combat this? Let it ruin your day, man. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel until you learn to get over it, right? How does it ruin your day? One event in your life, you can't go through life like that. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to do something that's worth having, something hard, then you can't go through your life letting an event like this ruin your day. So what do you think? You're going to run a company and when you pay staff, or you think your boss, when he pays you, his day is ruined? Oh, fuck, I had to pay this guy. Think of it like an expense. You don't ruin your day for paying staff. You don't have staff to pay. It's you versus the market. That is your expenses. Your expenses is the market. When you start a business, you have so much different expenses. Does that ruin your day? No. Doesn't ruin your day that. So how can you apply the same thing here? It's just because you're attaching it with the wrong thing. You think it's taking you further away from passing your challenge or becoming a profitable trader. But what if it's not? What if it's just something you have to get used to? You'll just learn it. I can only speak for you how to manage it and how to change your mindset, but until you do it yourself, it's not going to happen. And it's an experience thing. And it's probably holding you back. And when you realize it holds you back, that makes it worse, you know? And do other shit that rewards you in the day. That's a very important step. If you're doing a hard task in life, you need stuff to reward you. There's a reason I've been doing this for almost 6 years and still have motivation to show up for 700 streams and to trade 700 days. The reason for that is because in days where things don't go right, I do other things in my day that will satisfy me. As simple as going to the gym. As simple as whatever it may be. Maybe you enjoy to cook. Maybe you have a hobby. Playing a game. The money alone is the motivation. It's a motivation, but it's a curse. Because if you only focus on the money, nothing happens. I did that for 2 years and I lost. The minute I realize I'm a fucking shit person and I don't know what I'm doing, that's when I started to see progress. As soon as I started blaming myself for every action and just continued to blame myself, only then I made changes. Because I could accept blaming myself. Because what happened is when you blame yourself, you start to make changes that help you, right? That's the important thing. So you can have someone help you maybe to point out something, but what's important is to understand that it's you who has to make a change and you're the one who's going to get you to where you want to be, right? You can't be like anyone else. You have to be you, right? And in order to be yourself, you have to put yourself in hard situation to figure out where your difficulties are. Your difficulties are you get angry when you lose a trade. How are you going to fix that? By taking it face on. When I started, I saw Call of Duty game. The more you play, the perfect you become. You know, root. Yeah, it is like that. Experience. Damn, I never had that when I signed up. Making sure you're not, you're not a guru trader. Gold sells if it's bearish. We'll see in 4 minutes. It has to close below previous daily support. Ah, it looks shit on 5, man. This thing's just ranging. Look at this 1 minute. Yeah, I'm not touching gold. Gold is cooked, man. What time is next news? Yeah, we're getting tight now. I wish I joined earlier instead of wasting 6 years trading by myself, losing time. The hardest thing is that you have 6 years experience because you have to unlearn and relearn. It's not easy to do that, man. You have to give yourself some room because you have so much built up pressure, so much built up emotion. The longer you do something, it's like this, there's like this fine period. If you do something for a short amount of time, you're eager to get results fast. If you do something for a long amount of time, you now have all of this previous experience you want to try catch up on. It's very hard. It's very hard both ways. When you're a beginner and when you're advanced. Because when not advanced in trading, but advanced in experience. Because you have to kind of go through that process again. And you're tired. So you have to give yourself some credit for that. And realize that it is harder. And allow yourself to feel emotion. It's not a bad thing. We're human. Too many people try punish it. We're not robots. I once met an ex-trader who said he stopped trading because it would ruin his day. Yeah, because he let it ruin his day. If I had that mindset, then my day would be ruined every single day. Because every single day in business, in what I do, I have problems. Every day. That is what I wake up to do, is to solve problems. Because that's what got me to where I am today, is solving problems. So I never see it as a negative, I see it as an opportunity. Never. That doesn't mean I don't feel upset by it. That's the difference. You're totally fine to feel upset by it. It's not a bad thing. We're human. So don't let anyone tell you not to feel upset by things is wrong. It's not wrong. But the actions you take, like you said, you never revenge trade. That's a win, man. Because you never revenge trade. So that's a big step. Do you still look for setups 1 hour after London? I can look for it, yes, 1 hour after London. It's still valid. And then after that, it gets a little bit slow. But yeah, I'm going to hop off stream now. Man, it's been an okay week in NY, but London is still moving slow. Make sure you guys are watching NY. If you're a trader, if you're someone who's trading, keep an eye on NY, because NY is paying this week. This week I'm 2-0 in NY, so it's a pretty average week, normally how London would go. And we've just been unlucky with gold always having big moves before London. We get stuck in range. There's nothing you can do here. On GJ, it might set up now, but stop loss is massive, man, for the range we have, so it's not going to be worth it. We're looking like a 16 pip stop loss for a 25 pip target. And then on DAX here, we have news, so it's not doing much with the news. But my sell plan is still valid here, so we have, when's this next news? Next news is at 12 p.m. So maybe after 12 I can take a trade, or maybe just before, we'll see. But for DAX, I probably need now a close below this 5. I can look for sells. And that's pretty much it. So appreciate you all. Take care, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right. Peace. Much love, guys. Peace.